Today, we dive straight into the thrilling spring training debut of Roki Sasaki, the Japanese phenom who's been turning heads long before his MLB arrival. In a rare sellout crowd at Camelback Ranch, Sasaki finally took center stage for the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Cincinnati Reds. Coming in relief of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Sasaki pitched 3 scoreless innings, striking out 5 while showcasing his impressive stuff. He threw 25 four-seam fastballs that averaged 98 miles per hour, topping out at 99.3 miles per hour, proof that the velocity he once flaunted in Japan is back in full force. His signature splitter proved to be a nasty weapon, racking up 7 of his 8 whiffs and leaving batters baffled, though there were a few early hiccups, allowing a base hit, hitting a batter, and some pitches missing the zone. Sasaki quickly found his rhythm. His final inning was the highlight, as he delivered an 11-pitch, 1-2-3 sequence that capped his performance with a bang. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts was effusive post-game. It was his first big league game under the lights, and I thought he was fantastic. He managed his emotions well and really showed what he's capable of. Sasaki's debut is especially significant as he adapts from facing NPB batters to competing against MLB hitters, who are more accustomed to triple-digit heat. Despite the adjustments ahead, this performance gives a strong early indication of why every team in baseball has been eager to get a glimpse of his talent. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we're diving straight into Roki Sasaki's electrifying spring training debut for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The young phenom, already one of the most hyped prospects in recent memory, delivered an impressive performance against the Cincinnati Reds. In 3 scoreless innings, Sasaki recorded 5 strikeouts while showcasing his velocity, averaging 98 miles per hour on 25 four-seam fastballs and topping out at 99.3 miles per hour. He mixed in 18 splitters and 3 sliders, with hitters particularly struggling against his splitter, which accounted for 7 of his 8 total whiffs. While Sasaki's current velocity doesn't quite match the blistering 100-plus MPH he achieved during the 2023 World Baseball Classic, his debut still confirmed that his stuff is among the best in MLB. However, adapting to MLB hitters, who are more used to facing triple-digit heat compared to NPB competition, remains a key challenge for him this season. Notably, 2 batters managed to get around his fastball and could have hit home runs, illustrating that there's room for adjustment. With the Dodgers hoping to re-establish his full power and consistency, Sasaki's journey is just beginning, and his development will be one of the most exciting stories to watch in his rookie year. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we take an in-depth look at the exciting journey of Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter, 2 college teammates from Vanderbilt who are now poised to make their mark with the Texas Rangers. Both pitchers experienced memorable highs and challenging lows during their college careers, from Rocker's historic 19-strikeout no-hitter as a freshman to overcoming setbacks that delayed their progress. Although their paths briefly diverged, Leiter was drafted high while Rocker initially headed to the Mets. A twist of fate reunited them under the Rangers banner. Now entering their age 25 seasons, both are determined to prove that their shared experiences can translate into major league success. In spring training, Rocker and Leiter have embraced the ups and downs of professional ball, learning to refine their mechanics and add new pitches to their repertoire. Their progress is a testament to resilience, with each small adjustment bringing them closer to consistency on the mound. Texas's coaching staff is excited by the potential synergy between the two, believing that their combined talent and familiarity can transform the Rangers' rotation, as they strive to become key contributors for a team with high ambitions. The duo is focused on turning their college chemistry into sustained success in the majors. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive straight into a key move that could reshape the Yankees lineup for the 2025 season. With designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton expected to miss significant time due to tendinitis in both elbows, New York is already feeling the pinch. The absence of a power bat like Stanton's forces the Yankees to explore alternative solutions to keep their offense competitive as they approach opening day. According to insider Joel Reuter of Bleacher Report, the team is reportedly in talks with veteran free agent J.D. Martinez. Although Martinez experienced a major drop-off last season with the Mets, hitting just 16 home runs and posting a .725 OPS. He still has the potential to be a serviceable and affordable stopgap in the Yankees lineup. Martinez's experience could provide stability while the team manages other challenges, such as Luis Gil's high-grade lat strain, which has sidelined the promising rookie for at least 6 weeks. Additionally, the in-house candidate Ben Rice is being eyed as a potential candidate for an expanded role. With payroll constraints in mind, the Yankees are keen on finding a cost-effective solution to fill the gap left by Stanton. As the offseason races toward its final stretch, New York must act swiftly to secure the best option, whether it's Martinez, Rice, or another alternative, to ensure their lineup remains potent for a playoff push. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive straight into the latest update from the Boston Red Sox. Rafael Devers, the dynamic slugger who powered the team last season with a .272 average, 28 homers, and 83 RBIs, has postponed his spring training debut. Initially set to play against the Pirates on Tuesday, Devers told manager Alex Cora during live batting practice that he doesn't feel ready to take the field. Cora, while not providing a precise timeline, suggested that his debut might be delayed until this weekend. Devers' decision comes amid concerns over his lingering shoulder soreness, an issue that plagued him last season despite his impressive offensive output. The situation is even more intriguing now that the Red Sox have signed two-time All-Star Alex Bregman to a $120 million, 3-year deal, a move that brings a Gold Glove-winning third baseman to the fold. With Bregman's defensive prowess, questions arise about Devers' future role at third base, a position he staunchly claims as his own despite having led or been tied for the AL lead in errors in recent seasons. Manager Cora emphasized that roster decisions will ultimately be about building the best team possible, indicating that the Red Sox are weighing all options carefully. For now, fans will have to wait and see how these decisions shape the team's lineup heading into the season. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive straight into the latest infield rumors swirling around the New York Yankees. With key players dealing with injuries, DJ LeMahieu nursing a calf injury and Giancarlo Stanton set to begin the season on the injured list due to elbow pain, the Yankees are scrambling to find answers before opening day, which is just 3 weeks away. Manager Aaron Boone recently hinted during a Yes Network interview that the team is actively considering an infield acquisition. "I think Oswaldo Cabrera is very much in the middle of the picture, especially against right-handed pitching," Boone explained, noting that both Cabrera and Oswald Peraza are on the radar. This move could allow the team to realign their defensive structure by moving Jazz Chisholm Jr. back to third base while slotting the new player at second. Additionally, Boone mentioned options for the designated hitter spot with names like Ben Rice and Dom Smith, and veteran free agent J.D. Martinez has also been floated as a potential replacement for Stanton. The Yankees had been rumored to pursue St. Louis Cardinals third baseman Nolan Arenado, but those talks have since cooled. With the team aiming for a World Series run in 2025, the need for a reliable and dynamic infield is more urgent than ever. Boone and the front office now face the challenge of making a swift, impactful decision to fill these gaps and boost the team's overall depth. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we kick off a deep dive into one of baseball's most controversial stories, a saga of legendary talent, unyielding scandal, and the relentless debate over whether MLB Commissioner Manfred should reinstate Pete Rose. This isn't just another sports story, it's an epic narrative that combines passion, humor, and a touch of cinematic drama. Grab your popcorn and settle in as we journey through the highs and lows of Pete Rose's legacy. Act 1. The origins of a legend and his fall. Pete Rose was once revered as a baseball superstar, famously known as Charlie Hustle, for his relentless energy and record-setting achievements on the field. However, behind his heroic image lay a controversial secret, a secret that would ultimately overshadow his accomplishments. In 1989, amidst mounting evidence, Rose was permanently banned from baseball due to his involvement in betting on games, a violation of MLB Rule 21-D, a rule instituted after the Black Sox scandal of 1919 to safeguard the integrity of the sport. Rose's transgressions weren't minor infractions. they struck at the very heart of baseball ethics. Betting on games, especially when in a position to influence outcomes, shattered the trust between players, teams, and fans. Despite his undeniable on-field brilliance, the weight of his off-field decisions cast a long shadow over his legacy. Even as he racked up hits and broke records, the scandal lurked in the background, a constant reminder that greatness in sports is not solely measured by statistics. ACT 2. The Prediction and the Petition. Fast forward to the modern era. In a twist of fate that seems almost scripted by destiny, Pete Rose predicted that his Hall of Fame chances would only be realized after his death. Just 10 days before succumbing to heart disease, he famously remarked during an interview with sportscaster John Condit, "I've come to the conclusion, I hope I'm wrong, that I'll make the Hall of Fame after I die." His words, dripping with both irony and resignation, hinted at a future where public sentiment might overcome decades of controversy. After his passing last September, a petition demanding his reinstatement was launched in January, capturing the attention of fans, media, and even political figures. Former President Donald Trump was among those vocally urging MLB to get off its fat, lazy ass and welcome Rose into the Hall of Fame. This petition has ignited a firestorm of debate, pitting nostalgia and public pressure against the enduring principles of baseball's ethical code. ACT 3. The Ethical Dilemma, Rules versus Redemption. At the core of this debate lies MLB Rule 21-D, a statute that has remained unyielding since its inception over a century ago. This rule is not just a piece of outdated policy, it is a guardian of the sport's integrity. According to the rule, any player, manager, or official involved in betting on baseball games is declared permanently ineligible. Despite the evolution of sports gambling and its modern acceptance, MLB continues to enforce this rule rigorously. Without exception. Let's break down the hard facts. Overwhelming evidence. There is ample documentation showing that Rose engaged in betting on baseball, both as a player and as a manager. A path not taken. At one point, Rose was given an opportunity for reinstatement, on the condition that he come clean and dissociate from gambling. Yet, his pride and personal convictions led him to decline this chance, effectively cementing his fate. Integrity at stake. Betting on one's own team to win is more than a mere misstep. It's a serious breach that can compromise the fairness and unpredictability of the game. As a manager, Rose had the power to influence outcomes, a responsibility that he betrayed through his actions. If Manfred decides to reinstate Rose, it would send a seismic message that even the gravest violations could be forgiven if public sentiment reaches a boiling point. Critics warn that such a move would undermine the long-standing principles that have kept baseball fair and honorable for generations. ACT 4. The Cinematic Twist. A ghost in the Hall of Fame? Imagine this scenario as if it were a blockbuster film. Our once great hero, now relegated to the shadows of infamy, returns, not on the field, but in the revered halls of baseball history. In this surreal twist, Pete Rose becomes a spectral figure, a posthumous legend whose story is as enigmatic as it is tragic. The irony is palpable. A man celebrated for his athletic prowess, yet forever tarnished by his choices, is now at the center of a debate that blends redemption with bitter nostalgia. In this cinematic retelling, we see Commissioner Manfred as the reluctant judge in a drama that has unfolded over decades. Picture him in his office, bombarded by petitions, social media outcries, and impassioned pleas from fans and political figures alike. His decision isn't just about one man. It's a statement about the very nature of accountability, forgiveness, and the preservation of sportsmanship. The question looms large. Should the ghost of gambling past be allowed to haunt the present and future of baseball? ACT 5. The tension builds, the impact of a decision. The stakes couldn't be higher. Reinstating Pete Rose would not only alter his personal legacy but would also set a dangerous precedent for other controversial figures in baseball history. Imagine the ripple effects. If one of the sport's most notorious rule breakers is given a second chance posthumously, what message does that send to current players and future generations? The integrity of the game might be compromised, and the bedrock values of fairness and accountability could be called into question. Supporters of reinstatement argue that Rose's phenomenal contributions on the field warrant recognition, a final act of redemption for a complex figure. They claim that the Hall of Fame should honor the brilliance of his career, despite his off-field transgressions. Meanwhile, purists and traditionalists hold firm. The rules were made for a reason. And bending them, even in the name of nostalgia, risks eroding the moral fabric of baseball. In a world where public opinion can be a powerful force, the pressure on Commissioner Manfred is immense. Every tweet, every Facebook post, and every Reddit thread fuels the debate, making it not just a sports story but a cultural phenomenon. The decision will echo through the annals of history, influencing how future cases of misconduct are handled in the sport. Act 6. The humorous perspective, laughing at the irony. Let's take a moment to inject some humor into this high-stakes drama. Picture a satirical news segment where sports pundits, with exaggerated expressions and tongue-in-cheek commentary, debate the absurdity of a posthumous reinstatement. What's next? One might quip. Will we see the ghost of Babe Ruth batting practice with phantom teammates? The humor lies in the irony, the very idea that a legend, long gone, could be revived in the eyes of the institution he once defied. This comedic twist doesn't detract from the seriousness of the issue, rather, it highlights the bizarre intersection of tradition, politics, and modern fandom. In today's digital age, where memes and viral content shape public discourse, the reinstatement debate takes on a life of its own. The spectacle is both tragic and laughable, a reminder that sometimes the line between reverence and ridicule is thinner than we imagine. Act 7. The climax. The decision lies with Manfred. As the debate reaches its fever pitch, all eyes turn to MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred. The weight of history, public opinion, and the sanctity of the game rests squarely on his shoulders. With a petition signed by thousands and vocal support from influential figures, the pressure is relentless. Manfred is tasked with a decision that goes beyond one man's legacy. It's about upholding the fundamental principles of baseball. On one side, reinstating Pete Rose could be seen as an act of posthumous grace, a final acknowledgement of his remarkable career. On the other side, it would signal that even the most flagrant violations can be overlooked if sentiment and political clout reach a critical mass. This isn't just a matter of nostalgia, it's a test of the integrity of the sport itself. Every statistic, every historical precedent, and every passionate plea from fans converges on this moment. Manfred's decision will not only determine whether Rose finally finds his place in the Hall of Fame but will also set the tone for how MLB addresses controversies in the future. The eyes of the world are watching, and the echoes of this decision will resonate through the corridors of baseball history for years to come. Act 8. The aftermath, the legacy of a controversy. Imagine a future where the debate over Pete Rose's reinstatement becomes a case study in sports ethics classes, dissected alongside other legendary controversies. Whether hailed as a martyr of baseball's golden age or condemned as a symbol of irredeemable rule-breaking, his story will serve as a powerful reminder of the complexities inherent in sportsmanship and accountability. The decision that lies ahead is not merely administrative, it is philosophical. It forces us to ask, can a legacy marred by controversy ever be fully redeemed by talent alone? And if forgiveness is granted only in death, what does that say about our values as a society? As we grapple with these questions, the story of Pete Rose challenges us to reflect on the nature of redemption, the limits of mercy, and the enduring importance of integrity in the game we all love. Epilogue. The call to action. Today, as we stand at the crossroads of history and modern sentiment, the fate of Pete Rose hangs in the balance. This isn't just a debate for baseball aficionados, it's a conversation about legacy, ethics, and the evolution of our cultural values. Whether you're a lifelong fan, a casual observer, or someone who revels in a good controversy, this story invites you to ponder. Where do we draw the line between talent and transgression? As you watch this video, I invite you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments. Should the sanctity of the game prevail? Or does public sentiment hold the power to rewrite history? Let's laugh, debate, and learn together as we navigate the tangled web of sports, scandal, and redemption. Thank you for joining me on this cinematic journey through one of baseball's most compelling controversies. Stay tuned for more deep dives, insightful analysis, and a healthy dose of humor as we continue to explore the stories that shape our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep laughing, and remember that in the grand theater of sports, every legend, no matter how flawed, has a story worth telling. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive straight into the Yankees' latest spring training roster moves, as the team reassigns two promising prospects, infielder Roderick Arias and right-handed pitcher Cam Schlittler, to minor league camp. Both players have shown flashes of potential, but they still have key areas to address before they can make their MLB debut. At just 20 years old, Roderick Arias is one of the Yankees' most intriguing prospects. Signed internationally from the Dominican Republic in 2022, Arias impressed in Loa last season, posting a .233 average with 13 home runs, 74 RBIs, and 37 stolen bases in 124 games. However, his raw approach at the plate has led to a high strikeout rate, spiking to 42.9% in a small spring training sample. The Yankees want him to tighten up his plate discipline and reduce those swing and miss tendencies before advancing him to High A Hudson Valley. On the mound, 24-year-old Cam Schlittler had a strong showing in the minors last season, especially during his stint at High A, where he posted a remarkable 2.60 ERA over 86.2 innings. This spring, in a brief outing, Schlittler continued to impress with a 2.08 ERA in just 4.1 innings. While he's shown he can generate weak contact and keep hitters off balance, he still needs more experience against tougher competition to solidify his spot in the rotation. The Yankees are using this reassignment as a development opportunity, allowing both Arias and Schlittler to work on refining their skills before they're called up. With their high ceilings and unique tools, both players could be key contributors down the road if they address these growing pains. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.